Chances are you feel a call to adventure. Come with me and we will make new connections as we explore a place where ice cream can also mean rabbit brain, and learn about bear grease as medicine. Follow the flavors of the landscape that inspire the power of the pan. And join me as we taste recipes that have been handed down for generations. Chances are you haven't been to Mississippi. Until now.
Yeah, how do I know what's a good Christmas tree? I don't want to upset Santa.
Right? Something a little more full.
I used to just go to the market and buy the plastic one.
Where some of us see trees, rivers, and ice, others see shelter, food, medicine, and important cultural traditions. One of my favorite things about traveling is meeting people, sharing stories, and learning through new ways of seeing. Chef Jodi and I are at the stunning Tons of Resort. Here, we will learn to trap, forage, and cook with knowledge keepers Sequin, Marjorie, and Sally in order to prepare a one-of-a-kind Christmas dinner.
So Sequin and Marjorie and her auntie Sally, they took us into the bush to go and render down some bear grease because Marjorie is she works the trap line and she caught a bear and she wanted to render the bear grease and teach us about it, which is such a beautiful teaching to have.
The reason why I offered to teach the bear grease is because it's very sacred to us. I just want to pass on my knowledge to people. Doesn't matter who it is.
While we were out in the bush, we're like, you know what? Felipe, have you ever had a real Christmas tree? And he hadn't. So I'm like, you know what? This is a perfect time. Let's go pick out a tree and bring it back so you can cut down your own Christmas tree. Because every Canadian should experience that.
Fossey, get up. You go. Good job.
Clear off the trunk. Okay. Then we'll chop it here.
Nice. Okay, Santa, where are you? Okay, that's just one part.
You gotta decorate it yet.
Now that we had the Árbol de Navidad, locally known as Christmas tree, it's time to start cooking.
Sequin and her mom decided they were going to take us out to go trap a rabbit. So we followed them out to their snare lines.
Already?
Oh, look, a rabbit, see? Oh, nice, that's a good one. Oh, yeah.
You think it's enough for you?
Oh, yeah. There'll be enough for all of us. We had 9 of us in the cabin one time, and one rabbit was good for all of us.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Because we're going to make rabbit stew, so that's going to be lots.
We got to sit down and she went through the motions of skinning the rabbit. And I used to do that as a kid, but it has been like 20 years since I've done something like that.
See, this skin part here, that would be our socks in the wintertime. And I know some people ate squirrel, not because they were hungry, starving, but because it was part of their diet. But I don't remember growing up eating squirrel. The first time I had it was, I went to visit a friend of mine, and she said, oh, supper's almost ready. And she pulled out this pan from the oven, and there's these squirrels, like 4 of them laying there. And I didn't want to hurt their feelings, so it wasn't too bad, so.
I used to do that as a kid, but it has been like 20 years since I've done something like that. And it was so heartwarming.
So we got a rabbit in here, one rabbit. Our rabbit is ready for boiling. Okay, now I'm making that rabbit soup. So flour in here, all I have is cold water in here. You want to use cold water so it's not lumpy. So flour and water go a long way.
From start to finish, this experience has helped me understand the deep connection between food and traditional ways.
Passing my knowledge to my daughter is very important because it's part of our tradition. And a lot of people lost their tradition and they don't live the kind of lifestyle that I teach my children to live now. You would usually find a log like this, or else even a rock, a flat one. And then we would pound it like that, see? Oh, let me see the texture. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's how they look. Good. Perfect. Yeah. So this is the moose. moose fat here. We're gonna render it down to melt.
I think my mom, my auntie, and I have a very great relationship. You know, we all want to connect to the land like our ancestors did.
Now it's Chef Jodi's turn to show us why she travels everywhere with her pan.
Well, I'm gonna move the wood around so that I just get some coals because I don't want to have it too hot when I fry the bush cakes. And we'll put this over the fire and rest our trusty frying pan on it. There, the magic pan. This pan was my great-grandmother's pan. I don't know where she got it from. She had it for as long as I can remember. And when she passed on, she gave it to my grandmother. And so technically it should have gone to one of my aunties or my dad, but my mikush wanted it to go to somebody who was going to use it and take care of it and then pass it on from there. So she brought it to me. And I've had it ever since. I love this pan. It's part of me now. It's a very, very special pan, and everything that I make in it is delicious. So I'm just going to work with a little piece of dough and just press it out to a disc, like that. And some people are particularly like it to be very, very round. I don't. Everyone is unique. It's like a snowflake. Every piece of dough is going to look a little different, and that's perfect. And just let it fry. And you're just going to cook it until it's golden, and you'll see the surface will look well done. It's like bannock, pan bannock, except it's bush cake. I know, it smells so good, right? It smells so good. It's perfectly golden. The dough is opaque, which means it's cooked through. And you can see the cinnamon sugar is starting to caramelize, which is perfect. Be a nice sweet crunch on the outside.
Marjorie gave me some moose meat, and I immediately had some tasty ideas, so I had to call my mom and ask for her empanada recipe. I hope to honor our host with this Chilean-Canadian dish for an eclectic Christmas dinner.
So we had the tree and we had all these foods that we had prepared. So I figured, well, let's just have a big holiday feast and celebrate all together all these things that we had experienced and had created.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for all the adventures. We had a blast.
Yes, we did. It was fantastic.
When I heard that Jodi and Felipe were coming to Mississippi and we were gonna be doing this, I was nervous. But then after when we got started, my nervousness left me.
Cheers.
I got the head.
You got the head.
Everybody used to fight. The kids used to fight over the head.
Okay, well, this is the ice cream, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to say what everyone say that tastes like chicken because
It does taste like chicken.
because every scene in the world tastes like chicken.
When it was time for Felipe to eat the ice cream, the rabbit brain, I thought he wouldn't be able to swallow it because I thought he was pretending that it tasted good. And scoop it out.
Okay, this is a little bit of challenge.
Good job.
There's some more eye in there.
It's just like eye jelly.
It's ice.
Oh, it's so good.
It's ice.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Well, pemmican was your sandwich when you were growing up, when the hunters would go somewhere or you'd go camping or something and you wanted to stop and maybe have a lunch or something. This is what you ate.
I want to tell you why I'm so excited about trying this.
Why?
Because as a kid, I grew up reading books about explorers, like we go into like North Pole and Antarctica, and in the 1900s, and they always talk about pemmican.
Oh, really?
And I never realized what pemmican is until now.
I don't know. Yeah, and this is a real treat for us growing up. This was a real treat when my mom used to make it, because it takes a lot of that moose fat and a lot of that meat ground up, and then she would put it all together, and it was a real treat for us.
Should we dip in?
Go ahead. Yes. And you don't have to have a whole, like they would.
I can smell the meat, the mousse. Can I take some of this for my adventures?
Being able to sit at the table with Felipe from Chile and the ladies from up north here, the Cree community, and myself, I'm urban, and Dakota Cree, that's 3 different cultures all sitting together and enjoying one meal and food from each of our own cultures. It was an experience and a memory that was unlike anything else I've ever had in my life.
This is definitely not a Christmas food, but I want to make something special, Chilean, and I want to mix it with some of the cultures and food that we had around here. So these are empanadas. And every culture has their own kind of like dumpling. The Ukrainians have the pierogies, the Chinese dumpling, there is this gyozas in Japan, and this is empanada. So they usually made with onions. We put onions on everything there. Fried onions. Every food starts with fried onions. Onions, and we usually ground beef. But here, you guys gave me some moose meat. So I put moose meat on it, half egg, and usually if you had a girlfriend, they will always try to steal this part from you.
The end?
Yeah, I don't know. This is a high value part of the empanada. It's a real estate. Like if you really love somebody, you just give it to them. It's like, hey, you can have it. The corner. I just realized I know so much about empanadas.
I definitely thought the Chilean food would be a little bit more spicy. The twist with the moose meat was just fantastic. It was seasoned very delicately, so you can still taste the moose meat. You can taste the onion. You can taste the bread with it, and the egg. It was just a beautiful mixture.
And dessert for last.
Yeah.
Jodi, this was your creation.
Yes, it was. Spiced bush pies, and thank you for sharing some blueberry sequin. I really appreciate that because typically we would eat it with Saskatoons. The spiced bush cake, it's very similar to bannock that you cook over the fire in a frying pan. The only difference with this is it's got a little bit more sugar. We use brown sugar or molasses in it, and then we add spices. Yeah, we just eat it with berries and just rip it and dip it. It's a hand food. You make it when you're out and about hunting, or just when we travel in the summer. We make everything over the fire because it's easy.
Yeah.
We don't always have access to a stove or an oven.
It almost reminds me of a donut.
Yeah, so full.
This is a great Christmas meal.
Thank you.
Feliz Navidad.
Happy holidays.
Midomagusi Segansik.
Every flavor on this journey is a reminder that gifts from the land are found in relationship. Making new friends and learning together is the heart of community. The landscape is iconic and deeply connected with stories and flavors from time immemorial to the present. Laughing and cooking together is the greatest gift of all, propelling us forward into our next adventure and beyond.
Doesn't matter where people are from, we're still related in some way. I think we should all live in harmony and use laughter. Laugh a lot.